Welcome back, Kult of Athena Blade Reviews. Today we have something pretty special, a really cool blade from Topeka. This is a L-type Viking sword that they are reproducing. This is actually from a 1949 excavation. That's what this is being reproduced as. Let's take a look at some specs on it. It's got a really killer handguard. The handle itself is actually kind of gigantic. So it's a really cool blade, really aesthetically pleasing. We'll do some specs, cut testing. Let's get to it. Okay, something to mention right off the bat with this one. So this is a Balaur Arms Viking sword. It's of a different kind, different type of Viking sword. You can categorize it as the L-type, but you can see the difference in the handles. You'll see this handle on the right of this L-type is much larger than what you consider to be more of a standard Viking handle. So we're going to slide the Balaur over here. So just keeping that in mind, it's a pretty large handle. This one is pinned into place. The handle is. Taking a look at blade length, this one is 31 inches. This is a double-edged blade with a fuller running through it until about the last 2 to 3 fingers at the tip. And it's a 38¼ inch overall length. Something to mention here with this one is how large the handle is. If you're looking for a blade with a large handle, this is definitely the one you're going to want to get. You can see that it encapsulates the hand really well. It looks really awesome. Quite frankly, it kind of reminds me of some of the things I would see on Vikings seasons 1, 2, or 3. Some of the more adorned swords, maybe not historically accurate from that, but at least what they would use in the show. This one is taken from a 1949 excavation, and this is a reproduction off of that. That's why it's an L-type. We have some different runes on the blade. So we have runes on what you could call the front of the blade, and then also on the back of the blade, and we're going to get more up-close looks. You'll notice how deep the fuller is. So this fuller is pretty deep on both sides. A little bit over 2 pounds. Like I said before, it's got quite a large handle on it, but allows it to still have a lot of really good cutting power with this one. The thrust, the tip is pretty broad on it, but you obviously have the thrust. Topeka swords come unsharpened, so I like to mention that in these sword reviews. That way you know when you're ordering something from Kult of Athena, you gotta click the little check mark for the sharpening service. Give us 2 to 3 business days to work that out for you, and we'll make sure you have a functionally sharp blade for cut testing. Looking also, this is obviously a high carbon steel blade. Topeka swords are all high carbon steel. Their tempering has gotten quite better over the years. Some of the older stuff, not so much, but definitely the newer stuff when we've done a lot of work with them through Kult of Athena to up the quality control. They've definitely made some really heavy improvements, and especially for a good price point, still a pretty solid blade here. Something to mention as well is a side-by-side comparison. This is a Balaur Arms Viking sword. This is a single-edged Viking sword that we reviewed this month. And just kind of taking a look at it next to the actual L-type here, you can see that the handles are very, very different. So this one is a lot more skinny, still an agile blade. If you haven't checked this review out, check it out on the channel. And this one's a little bit more robust, but still has some serious cutting power. Taking a look at the scabbard as well, we have a attachment here on the scabbard that will allow you to actually wear this. You'll notice that it fits really well aesthetically with the pommel. We can call the pommel the end of the handle, and then also the crossguard. This is flat right here, and then right here you can run some cord through here. You can easily run a sword hanger through this as well. So if you were wearing this underneath the hip, underneath the pocket, it's very easy to draw out. Still really simple to draw that one out. Of course, the scabbard, this is a wood cord leather wrap scabbard that Topeka offers for this one. Again, quality is a lot better. The staining on this is actually really good. The tip of the scabbard as well, we have some more designs on here. It actually kind of looks like a snake. It's a snake head on the actual tip here. Alright, so now let's take a look at the blade in the scabbard and out of the scabbard so you can get some up-close looks. Let's get to it. Taking a up-close look at the blade in the scabbard, you can see the handle is actually really awesome. Did a really great job on that. Wood cord, leather wrapped, purposely making it look more hand done. A lot of the stuff on Topeka swords is handmade. There's the back stitching, running all the way down to that snake like I was showing before. We flip it over, take a look at the staining on this is actually not bad at all. So more of a dark brown stain. Going into the sword attachment, so you can wear this, and you can see there's plenty of room to slide through either a wider belt or a sword attachment, or like a sword frog, in order to wear this for reenactments, or if you want to wear it when you're doing cut testing. The scabbard, so we have the handle again, we have the runes. This is a deep fuller running through it. We flip it over, we have another rune on the other side. Slide it over to the tip. Broad tip, this is sharpened. There's a tiny bit of a cross section at the very end of it, but the majority of the blade here is going to be a really nice fuller. So you can see the craftsmanship on the handle and also the blade itself. Let's go over the cut testing. Again, we're using cardboard this time because we're out of tatami mats, and we will be for quite a while. So in the foreseeable future, we're improvising. So let's go ahead and take a look at what this L-type sword can do. Alright, so thanks for joining me for this blade review of the L-type Topeka Viking sword. If you'd like more blades like this, let us know in the comments below. Let us know what you think about Topeka, especially their newer line ever since they've upped their quality and upped their game. Subscribe to the channel, like this video. If you want to see more, comment below, and we'll see you in the next one.